Searching for the original in every New York bar, but no one knows exactly who the hell you are. The smoke is rising in a spiral toward the dark, waiting for the fire from a long extinguished spark. The camera zooms into the moisture in my eyes. A cinematic moment in a world of plastic lies. I'm wearing satin, but I feel the jagged edge of the day you pushed me off the sanctuary ledge. The red light is the only warmth I have to hold in a story that is getting very gray and old. First love is a poison that you drink for fun until you're staring at the barrel of a smoking gun. It's the lesson that you never wanted to be taught, the only battle that you wish you never fought. Let it burn, let the screen go black. There's a magic road that leads the spirit back. I'm posing for a view that I know will never stay, acting out the drama in a very stylized way. Solitude is glamorous when you're dressed in red, but it's a heavy silence in the middle of the bed. The red light is the only warmth I have to hold in a story that is getting very gray and old. I found your letter in the pocket of my coat, a tiny paper anchor for a very fragile boat. I'll burn it in the ashtray while the rhythm starts to climb, escaping from the gravity of space and all of time. The red light is the only warmth I have to hold in a story that is getting very gray and old. The red light is the only warmth I have to hold in a story that is getting very gray and old. Detached and moody as the baseline hits the floor. I don't think I'm looking for a rescue anymore. Just a moment of indulgence in this private haze, a long distance traveler through these neon days. The red light is the only warmth I have to hold in a story that is getting very gray and old. I'm listening to everything you never said. Your name is like a trigger that I can't help but pull. A glass of bitter memory that stays forever full. I'm tracing out the contours of a girl I used to know before she was buried in the early morning snows. The smoke creates a halo around my tired head. The intensity is rising with the house beat in my chest. I'm putting all the ghosts of us to their final rest. But the cinematic allure keeps me anchored in the sea. In a world that is bitter but so devastatingly sweet. The smoke creates a halo around my tired head. I'm listening to everything you never said. I'm lounging in the mystery of a midnight sun, thinking about the damage that was already done. The first time was a fire that I didn't want to stop, until I felt the impact of the final heavy drop. The smoke is like a curtain on a stage that's already dead. I'm living in the pages of a book I never read. Oh, it's the red filter regret, a silhouette of something that I haven't finished yet. The first love is the phantom that you never can escape, changing every shadow into your specific shape. Flash the lights, let the rhythm take the lead. You are exactly the addiction that I don't need. Cinematic gray in the way I hold my hand, watching all the hourglasses running out of sand. I'm a fragment of a movie that was never truly filmed. By the waves of early sorrow, I was totally overwhelmed. The smoke is like a curtain on a stage, it's already dead. I'm living in the pages of a book I never read. I saw you in the corner of a dream I had last night, wearing all the glory of a blinding summer light. But when I reached to touch you, you dissolved into the bass, leaving me with nothing but this empty crimson space. The smoke is like a curtain on a stage, it's already dead. I'm living in the pages of a book I never read. place in my solitary state. I'm checking out of everything and leaving it to fate. The house vibe is a lullaby for a heart that's had enough of the velvet and the satin and the early kind of rough. The smoke is like a curtain on a stage that's already dead. I'm living in the pages of a book I never read. There was a time when silence was a sound I didn't fear. Before you brought the winter to the middle of the year. Now I'm reclined and waiting for the echoes to subside. In the crimson lit museum where the lonely secrets hide. The smoke is exhaled slowly like a ghost out of my mouth. Everything is moving to the gravity of sound. The first time that you broke me was the end of who I was. Building up a barrier because I'm lost. Because the first love is the only one that defines the way you bleed. Planting all the bitter and the hollow kind of seed. Let it go. Let the silence take the floor. I don't wanna hear your voice echoing anymore. Performative detachment in the way I cross my legs. Drinking from the bottle and ignoring all the dregs. The red glow on the ceiling is a map of where we failed. A cinematic tragedy that's already been unveiled. The smoke is exhaled slowly like a ghost out of my mouth. Everything is moving to the gravity of sound. I hear the melodic rhythm of a world that's moving on. While I'm still caught in shadows of a summer that is gone. I'm a snapshot in a gallery of things that didn't last. A beautiful reminder of a devastating past. The smoke is exhaled slowly like like a ghost out of my mouth. Everything is moving to the gravity of sound. The smoke is exhaled slowly like a ghost out of my mouth. Everything is moving to the gravity of sound. Take control, a digital repair for a very human soul. The smoke is exhaled slowly in a gesture of release, finding in the detachment a little bit of peace. The smoke is like a bridge to a land I'll never see. The version of the girl that you stole away from me. Every time I close my eyes, I see the way you laughed. A perfect little portrait in a cinematic draft. But the red glow is the filter that shows the truth beneath. A crown of heavy iron for a simple floral wreath. The smoke is like a bridge to a land I'll never see. The version of the girl that you stole away from me. The intensity is pulsing in the speakers on the wall. I'm standing in the center while the shadows start to fall. I'm a masterpiece of longing in a very stylized frame, forgetting all the letters that used to form your name. The smoke is like a bridge to a land I'll never see. The version of the girl that you stole away from me. is never truly found. Laying it on the couch with a glass of cold regret. I haven't found a reason to believe in just yet. The house vibe is a pulse that keeps me steady on the track. Even though there's nothing that can lead the spirit back. The red light is a mirror for the damage in my eyes. Watching all the truth dissolve into your neon lights. I'm exhaling my rebellion in a cloud of silver smoke. Remembering the way your voice used to sound when it broke. But the glamour of the moment is a shield against the pain. Walking in the sunshine while I'm drowning in the rain. The red light is a mirror for the damage in my eyes. Watching all the truth dissolve into your neon lights. The intensity is calling from the shadows of the room. I'm watching all the shadows of our love begin to bloom. Detached and cinematic in this red and private space. Forgetting every contour of your long forgotten face. The red light is a mirror for the damage in my eyes. Watching all the truth dissolve into your neon lights. A fragment of a memory is caught inside my head. A ghost of your affection in the red and heavy air. I'm posing for a camera that hasn't worked in years. Painting over all the traces of my early tears. The smoke is like a veil between the present and the past. Knowing that the first love was never meant to last. Oh, it's the fragment of the girl I used to be. Before you locked the door and threw away the heavy key. The first love hurts the most because it catches you unaware. A cinematic tragedy in the middle of a stair. Break the glass, let the echoes fly away. I'm not gonna be the victim of another lonely day. I'm reclining cinematic in this velvet covered hell. Watching all the stories that I'll never truly tell. The intensity is rising with the rhythm of the night. Escaping from the terror of the early morning light. The smoke is like a veil between the present and the past. Knowing that the first love was never meant to last. I trace the lines of every dream we shared when we were young. between the present and the past. Knowing that the first love was never meant to last.
through the early city haze, and in all the mystery of these solitary days. I'm just a girl who loved a boy a long, long time ago, a cinematic legend that I finally let go. see your face in every flickering neon light, a phantom limb that keeps me reaching through the night. The red glow on the couch feels like a fever dream, bursting slowly at the dusty velvet seam. I'm exhaling smoke just to see your silhouette fade in the hollow silence of the choices that we made. The first cut is the deepest ocean I have known, building up a kingdom on a solitary throne. It's a cinematic ache that never goes away, the ghost of 17 that's come to stay. Break the lens and let the colors bleed. You're the only memory I don't wanna need. We were cinematic legends in a small town play, throwing all our innocence and golden years away. Now I'm lounging in the shadows of a private noir, wondering exactly where the broken pieces are. I'm exhaling smoke just to see your silhouette fade in the hollow silence of the choices that we made. The taste of summer rain is bitter on my tongue, a heavy melody that stayed while we were young. I trace the scars of every word we never said, replaying every scene inside my tired head.